teleporting on. Okay, the names have to be backwards. Because Chewie only plays Draco. Neither player has anything set up for the swap. It looks like... I don't know if that's a perfect clear or if it's a... nah, he's not going to get it. I think I went for the perfect clear like 3 times and either never had the right pieces for it or just completely flubbed it somehow. Chewie almost has a 4-wide well built, but there's no starter piece sticking out into the right-hand side. Okay, thanks. Alright. That was actually a really good harassment on Mike's part because, well, Chewie was able to dig out to his Puyo chain at the very end of it there. Yeah, oh god. That's it, unless if he clears a line. Like Chewie was able to dig out to his Puyo chain right before the board swap, so that was pretty nice. Are you going to join me on commentary? Alright, I think your mic's on now.
Oh, okay, I was just going to watch, but yeah, Data Bytes, he's been really practicing the GTR setup. Yeah. And I'm kind of jealous.
It's like even when he doesn't get it, like he has enough of a sense about how his stack works that he can usually make like a 4-chain out of it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about Tetris garbage because that's what happens on Tetris.
Yeah. You just carry over as much garbage to Tetris as possible down stack.
In this game, if you're in the position to choose which board you tank garbage on, it's very often a good idea to tank it on Tetris because, as you see, sometimes you just get a lucky Tetris well like that. And even when you don't, like Tetris garbage has this kind of comeback mechanic built into it where clearing garbage in Tetris actually counts as a real attack. Like if you clear 4 lines of garbage with a Tetris, like that will actually send garbage to your opponent.
Right.
Whereas in Puyo, whenever you clear garbage Puyo, that doesn't do anything.
Exactly. I mean, and you know, whatever you're setting off, it has to touch the garbage pieces, so it's even harder.
All right, he needs to take that over to Tetris. And even then, he's pretty high up now.
Yeah. I will say, though, Meg ATL, he's only been playing for a very, very short time.
Yeah, like this is the first tournament I've seen him play in.
I think it is the first tournament he's ever played in.
All right.
Because I think he got it like around Christmas time, so he hasn't really been playing too long.
All right, cool. Well, in that case, don't beat up on the new players too bad, Chewie. We want to keep him around. Don't crush his spirit like right out of the gate.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy that always does 4 wides.
Hey, I was goofing off a lot in my earlier matches. I wasn't playing bad, it was on purpose.
This might sound like whining, and I'm pretty sure it is, but I really like the Switch controllers over the PS4 controllers.
I think they're fine. I don't know if I necessarily like the Switch controllers better, but I haven't ever had these frequent desync problems happen on the Switch. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, there have been a few PS4s that have just been constantly disconnecting whatever controller I plug into it. I think there's something...
So it's not just the one controller.
I think there's something weird happening with the venue's wiring, because if I'm not mistaken, something like this happened last year.
Oh.
Where there was, like, too much static, and it was actually causing controller issues somehow. Chewie is again going for the... he's got it.
Yeah.
Check out the left-hand side. I love listening to the crowd react to stuff like that. Like if you don't know all the tricks in modern Tetris, some of this stuff looks kind of crazy. But again, Tetris garbage can sometimes be beneficial because the moment Mike ATL gets back to his Tetris board, he's got a Tetris ready to go.
Oh, I was watching the older Tetris competition. Well,
the Classic Tetris World Championship?
Yes, and they're always saying boom, I think, whenever they do a Tetris.
Yeah, that's like a meme for them now.
Ah, okay.
That's like that commentator's shtick.
Oh, wow. They're really getting into this.
Yeah, just take it.
Oh, he could have done a T-spin. Well, I guess he wanted to continue.
That's a nice downstack combo by Chewy.
Like, when that happens, like, how do you pick? Like, do you stop the chain and go for the T-spin, like, or do you just keep going? I
mean, it depends on how long of a combo you can get. Like, in my opinion, combos aren't really worth it unless if you can get at least 8. So if you've only got like a 4 or 5 combo like available, but you can cut it for a T-spin at the end, you should probably just do that.
Yeah.
All right, that's 1 for Chewy. Or Data Bytes.
Yeah, it's just 1.
What is Chewy doing?
He's trying to push it in, yeah.
Yeah, that's a kind of an awkward way to stack for that.
That's a first, but he definitely had enough time for it, so that was...
Unfortunately, he didn't have the pieces to complete the perfect clear.
But it was a good attempt.
At least his stack's still clean. What is he doing?
He's trying to do it again, but he didn't get the right pieces, so that didn't work out very well.
All right, you play the winner of this next on stream, by the way.
Okay.
But Bytes probably just didn't like having his third stack or third column up that high. 3 chain on the swap. He doesn't really have anything he can use a swap combo for, though. T-spin. Say what?
How much extra damage do you get when you have more than 4 pieces clearing a line?
You mean like more than 4 Puyos?
Yes.
I don't know. Ask S2 in chat. I'm sure he'll tell you.
Hey Fung, if you're on there, can you please explain how much extra damage you get if you have chains with more than 4 Puyo pieces?
Is there a formula for that on the Puyo Nexus wiki?
Quite sure what they're trying to do. So
yeah, it's like
hard to.
I think Bytes is just like he knows he can't get a long chain out of anything that he has, but he's not entirely sure how to build on top of what's already there. That is. He needs to. Yep, I was gonna say he needs to clear a line because that next line of garbage is gonna top him out.
Yeah.
Bytes goes for a quick 3 chain this time.
If he just does the yellow, maybe he can counter. Oh no, he didn't.
He also might not be scared of just 2 rows of garbage. He might as well just like keep building.
I always get kind of nervous, and if you know I see a chain, then I try to match it.
All right. Bytes has the perfect clear. Then he didn't hit the whole box.
Oh no.
Alright, if he would have swapped out that piece for the eye piece at the end there, he would have had another perfect clear, which is 10 lines of Tetris garbage, in case you didn't know.
You know, I do that all the time. I stare at my hold box thinking it's the next piece.
It happens for me sometimes. Like, sometimes I think I hit the hold, but I hit it like a few frames before the next piece actually comes into play, so I never swap anything out. And I don't catch it fast enough.
Oh, that makes sense, because sometimes I feel like I pressed it, but the next piece doesn't come
Yeah, you might just have done it before like the piece even spawned. Yeah, Tetris is actually a very execution-heavy game, even though it probably wouldn't sound like that.
Oh no, misdrop. He was trying to go for the...
Like I said, he was like... Bytes was trying to set up for a perfect clear, but one execution error completely wrecked it, and now he's got to figure out how to...
That was kind of awkward the way he
clean up the mess of his stack.
So when they switch back and Mike ATL, if he can clear that one line, he can go for a Tetris after that.
Yeah, both players' boards are all really clean right now.
I haven't seen much utilization of the swap combos, though.
That's true.
Oh, if he can just get through some pieces.
It looks like Bytes is just stacking for Tetrises. Like he realized that his well wasn't set up right for a combo. Just Mike, just stall to the swap if you've got bad pieces to stack with.
Yeah. 3-chain coming from Data Bytes.
Like at this point, Bytes should just be stacking up something for the swap because Mike is so close to topping out on Tetris.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. Sometimes you can't really stare at the person's board if you're not used to doing that yet.
Yeah, screen watching is actually really important in Puyo, and it's something that a lot of us need to get better at, myself included.
Yes.
All right, that's 2 games, so congrats to Data Bytes. You're up.
Thanks.
Stay on. There was. You guys are second and third. Say what? 8.